So, as promised, here is the lease financing quoting tool that I wanted to share with you. And it's a pretty straightforward tool to use, but what I wanted to do is just shoot this quick video to share with you how everything works and the entire functionality. We really enjoy providing this quoting tool to our partners, such as yourself, so they can really take advantage of helping their customers purchase more equipment by, getting them off the fence and proceeding with, obviously, purchasing the equipment for their business by looking at the benefits and the advantages of financing. All right, so let me just walk you through what this entire process looks like. If you actually want to go ahead and start utilizing this tool yourself, there's a link to the right side of this video. You go ahead and click that link. It takes you directly to this website. You can start utilizing it today. All right, so I'm just going to go ahead and enter in some information now. So first we have here customer's name. This is where you will enter in your customer's name that's interested in the equipment. So for example purposes, I'm just going to put here Bob the buyer. Equipment price. This would be the purchase, the cost of the equipment that you're selling to your customer. I'm just going to put here $40,000. Keep in mind that you can't use any special characters in this option, or no commas, but you can use decimals. So if you wanted to put a .00 just to make sure your numbers are looking right, then that's totally fine. So we have here $40,000 for the equipment, and the equipment description. This would be the type of equipment that they're trying to purchase. In this case, we're just going to put here ultrasound, right? We're just going to put here ultrasound equipment. I think make sure I spell that right there. And sales rep name, obviously this would be your name as the sales rep, but I'll go ahead and I'll just put sales killer, right? Because you're a sales killer. Sales rep email and customer's email, obviously self-explanatory. You will want to put in your email address along with the customer's email address as well. But again, for the purpose of this video, I'm just going to use my email address in both columns just because I want to share with you what you and your customer will receive on the back end in your email inbox. All right. So then we have another question that pops up, which is is the customer a startup or not? Meaning, have they been in business for 2 years or less? If they have, you want to click on yes, because then that's going to generate a different quote for a startup versus someone who's been in business longer than 2 years. We consider that a long-term existing business, so the quote is going to look different for them versus a startup. So if they have been in business for 2 years or more, just leave it as no. Okay. And here it asks us, how much revenue will the equipment generate for the customer on a monthly basis, or even better, how much would it help them save on a monthly basis? All right. By default, we put here already $10,000 a month. But if your customer actually shares with you what they expect to generate on a monthly basis or save on a monthly basis, you can go ahead and enter in that information. So let's just say Bob the buyer said that he would generate $7,000 on a monthly basis by purchasing this equipment for $40,000, right? Which is pretty good, by the way. So we're done on that end. We can go ahead and click the Create Quote tab right away, but instead I want to just come on down here and show you some additional options and features inside the quoting tool. So we have here the leasing options um, and the monthly premiums. So our terms go anywhere between 24 months up to 60 months. Monthly payments are roughly looking at about $1,900 as low as $800. This is a rough estimate, by the way. And so again, it's a good visual for your customers to see when they're deciding to want to proceed with the equipment purchase, all right? But also, they can also have a look at the savings that they'll be generating by taking advantage of the Section 179 tax credit. So, I'm sure when your customers purchase equipment, they can actually have the opportunity to write off the entire payments they make towards the equipment by utilizing the Section 179 tax credit. So in this case, instead of the monthly payments being around $1,900 a month, with the Section 179 tax savings, they're actually looking at a net monthly payment of anywhere between $1,200 as low as $550, depending on the terms that they are comfortable with paying. All right, and you can even see here with the net cost of the equipment, instead of it being actually $40,000, after the tax credits kick in, the net cost of the equipment is actually anywhere between $30,000 and $32,000. All right. So it's definitely a great discussion to have with your customers, and it's also a great selling point as well. Okay. And lastly, we have here the return on investment. Again, this particular customer, Bob the buyer, stated that he'll expect to generate about $7,000 a month by purchasing this equipment. So you can see that what the return on investment looks like. Let's say that he went for a 60-month term on this purchasing, on financing this equipment, then he's looking at about a 700% return on investment. All right, so it's all about visuals so that your customers can really see how they'll be benefiting from purchasing the equipment from you. All right. So once we're done there, we click that blue button to generate the quote. You can actually go right here and just hit the submit button. But I actually want to share with you what you receive on the back end, you and your customer. So let me share with you right now the two emails that will be sent to you and your customer. So for your customer, this is Bob the buyer. This is the email that they actually received from us, kind of helping them, move forward in the process. So it says, "Hello, Bob the buyer. Please see the attached equipment quote for the ultrasound equipment." If they wanted to go ahead and create a new quote, we give them the option here just to create another quote. Obviously, our credit application link is right here. They want to proceed into getting approved. That's totally fine. But here's the PDF that generates from all the information we provided thus far. So again, we have the customer's name, Bob the buyer. We have the equipment, the ultrasound equipment. We have your name as the sales rep, and we have the cost of the equipment as well. All right. And as you scroll down here, we have again our leasing options with the monthly payments, rough estimately. And again, that's anywhere between 24 to 60 months. And right here, we also have our promotions of the month. So in this case here, we're offering all of our customers who proceed with financing equipment 6 months deferred payment option. So in this case here, this Bob the buyer customer, he can actually benefit from purchasing equipment with no payments due for the first 6 months. All right, so we're always offering different promotional options. This is just the one that we currently have running at this time, which is why it's on the PDF. Okay. And then here's the Section 179 tax saving credits again. They're showing your customer what they'll actually be saving by purchasing the equipment. And then again, we have the return on investment area here as well, so they can see what they'll be be receiving after the equipment generates a certain level of income per month for them. All right. So that's the email that the customer receives. Let me show you what you'll receive as the sales representative. So this is the email that you'll get. It'll say, hello to sales rep, your name. Please see the attached quote for your customer. If you wanted to make any changes, we give you the option to re-edit your submissions. And if you wanted to help them create a new quote, you can do so here as well. All right. And again, here's the PDF that I just went over that you and your customers both receive. So this is the quote that can really help, again, get your customers off the fence and wanted to move forward with purchasing your equipment. It's been very, very helpful, very powerful for a lot of our partners. And assuming that this customer wanted to move forward with the application, they can just scroll on down here and click on this green tab to be taken over to our credit application. And once they get here, they can go ahead and get started with the instant application. It takes about 3 minutes to complete. Just want some additional information about the company and the business owner. And then we offer some additional steps here on the right-hand side on what they can expect to happen on our end regarding the credit review and approval all the way down to funding. All right. So I hope this video was helpful. I hope you take advantage of our credit quoting tool. If you have any questions, just reach out to me, and hey, I would love to hear your thoughts, and look forward to talking to you. You take care.